In recent months, Teofimo Lopez, Gervonta Davis, Garcia and Devin Haney have all recorded victories. Whether breathtaking or functional, each man remains undefeated, all stating their case to sit upon the lightweight throne. Some are more worthy than others, yet boxing fans are in for a treat if these new 4 kings, plus one proven quantity, can be matched against one another until only a single ruler remains.
I want to fight Tank first, of course, but you know, it is what it is. If we can make Devin, let's make Devin. Why not? Let's go.
As incessant boxing politics, money, and egos create stumbling blocks, it can be difficult to get the best fighters in the ring to find out who is the best of an era. The unwillingness to risk a belt, an undefeated record, or future paydays can scupper many proposed mega fights.
There's a lot of big fights in the lightweight division. Teofimo Lopez is the one with the rest of the belts. So that's the main fight that I want to make happen.
However, the mumblings among the burgeoning lightweight elite have been encouraging thus far, and all 4 of the young hopefuls have vocally called out one another at some point. Whether it comes to fruition is an entirely different matter, but if one of the 4 takes a leaf out of the book of Vasyl Lomachenko, the 5th piece of this 135-pound puzzle, then we could see scores settled in the ring, under the lights for all to witness. After Garcia's recent spectacular win over Olympic gold medalist Luke Campbell, we take a look at the top 5 boxers in this weight category and ask the question, who will be the king of this lightweight division? For so long viewed as one of the pound-for-pound stars of the sport, Vasyl Lomachenko's current standing is under scrutiny as he enters the final chapter of his professional career. A burning desire to seek bigger challenges against bigger men led the masterful Ukrainian to a bout with Teofimo Lopez, which resulted in his second professional defeat, 6 years after Orlando Salido inflicted the first.
Star is born tonight. Teofimo Lopez just beat Vasyl Lomachenko.
Lomachenko's determination to seek out 50-50 fights, collecting as many belts as he could, was always a game of risk. Winning titles at featherweight, super featherweight, and lightweight, beating the likes of Gary Russell, Nicholas Walters, and Guillermo Rigondeaux along the way, every fight, bar Lomachenko's professional debut, has been for a world crown of some description.
Really high-level stuff. Unbelievable stuff. Right in the center of the ring. And Lomachenko scores the knockdown.
While talk of further moves to 140 pounds or beyond may now seem fanciful, High Tech possesses the drive, skill set, and determination to return stronger and reclaim the belts. His loss to Lopez was, in the eyes of many, razor thin, and mostly down to Lomachenko's tentative start. If the 32-year-old can rectify those mistakes, he can tame the young pretenders and rule once again. Flitting between divisions, Gervonta "Tank" Davis appears to have the pick of weights, belts, and opponents. Given that he is now a recognized pay-per-view attraction, Davis could argue a case for being the A-side of the lightweight pack. In boxing, spectacular knockouts produce gifs and clips that travel the globe in seconds, promoting a fighter's abilities and excitement factor. Javonte Davis has made it his business to produce a multitude of crunching finishes.
Lightning quick power. Sanchez flat on his face, and that's it. Katie Bayless has seen enough.
His most recent victory is the perfect case in point, as Leo Santa Cruz was destroyed in the 6th by a left uppercut so potent that some feared for the 4-weight world champion's safety as he folded to the canvas. Despite his smaller stature, given Davis's skill, power, and association with the traveling carnival that is post-retirement Floyd Mayweather, it is of greater benefit if he remains at 135 to try and tease his fellow champions out of the woodwork.
What an incredible...
Davis has even enjoyed some back-and-forth verbal exchanges with Garcia, and once shared a sparring ring with a younger, greener Teofimo Lopez. The latter presents a fascinating stylistic matchup in itself, with the shorter, explosive Davis looking to close the gap and lay his heavy hands on the longer, leaner boxer. Whoever Javonte faces, the ending will likely be memorable.
Is this the future of boxing? Absolutely.
As 2020 drew to a close, Teofimo Lopez entered the Las Vegas bubble intent on shaking up the lightweight pecking order. While the scores in his favor were wider than anticipated, Lopez employed a game plan and strategy to solve the matrix and defeat Lomachenko.
By unanimous decision. And now, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world, the takeover, Teofimo Lopez!
Trained by his outspoken father, Teofimo Sr., we already knew the Brooklyn man could punch. Highlight reel knockouts over the likes of Ronald Rivas, Mason Menard, and Diego Magdaleno, all followed by his trademark celebratory backflip that exemplified Lopez's power.
Thunderous right hand and a backflip by Lopez.
While his points win over Japan's Masayoshi Nakatani raised question marks, Teofimo's 2019 knockout of Solid Ghanaian Richard Comey not only garnered the IBF 135-pound strap, but added substance to Lopez's claims of a boxing takeover.
Oh, what a big shot by Lopez! And Comey is on spaghetti legs here in round 2!
While the devastating finishes may have turbocharged his route from prospect to contender, Lopez's defining moment was achieved through 12 rounds of discipline, guile, and belief in his physical size advantages and boxing ability.
Man, I just want to tell everybody out there, dreams come true, man. You just got to have faith in it and just keep going. 17 years, man. My first world title, winning it at Madison Square Garden. This is surreal, man.
Lopez is likely to next deal with mandatory obligations against George Kambosos Jr., possibly in the challenger's native Australia. Regardless of location or opposition, right now Lopez is the man to beat. Viewed by some as a shallow star, enhanced and fueled by social media, Ryan Garcia's win over Luke Campbell was one step on the road to winning over boxing's more seasoned observers. Appealing to a demographic not usually interested in pugilistic endeavors, Garcia showed the toughness to battle back from a second-round knockdown at the fists of a man who had previously pushed the likes of Lomachenko and Jorge Linares close.
Eddie Reynoso saying to Ryan Garcia, "You're young." Body shot, and he goes down, and now Campbell is down on a knee, 2 knees. It is over. Ryan Garcia.
The finishing body shot was emphatic, and Garcia's left hook is proving to be an extremely useful weapon. King Rai used it to wipe out Romero Duno and Francisco Fonseca on the 2 previous occasions he stepped up in class.
Duno. Garcia able to land that right now. He's down, he goes. Right hand to the hook, and Duno is hurt. Duno's hurt bad. Oh, and a left hand sends Fonseca down, flat on his back. It's over. There, he's done it again. Ryan Garcia. There is a new tank in the 135-pound division.
While he may not yet be performing at the type of level frequented by his esteemed promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, Garcia's win over Campbell was a statement of sorts. It pushes the 22-year-old closer to a shot at the WBC title, and more importantly, in closer range of his lightweight contemporaries.
What do you tell Tank Davis? Obviously you want him, so what do you tell him?
Let's go, man. You definitely seen vulnerability. I got dropped. But I did show him a champion, and I want to get that on, like I said. You know, this is what I've always wanted to do, and I'm a man of my word, and I said, you know, if you don't pick this fight, then you're just not picking legacy, because the money's there. The money's there, I'm ready. You know, I don't fear no man. I did get dropped, but I got up and showed what I could do. You know, before Muhammad Ali fought Sonny Liston, he got dropped by Henry Cooper. Remember that?
He may not currently be a favorite against these generational rivals, but showing a propensity to take a shot, get back up, and knock out an opponent ticked many boxes about Garcia's ability to verify his spot as a legitimate lightweight threat. Ryan Garcia has now forced his way into the conversation. Headstrong and confident, Devin Haney likes to do things differently. Since hooking up with promotional powerhouse Eddie Hearn of Matchroom USA, Haney has been making moves towards superstar status.
Oh, Haney's got that fire in his eyes. A one-hitter quitter. Devin Haney, a walk-off home run. The dream continues for the 20-year-old sensation.
Currently holding a fractured portion of the world titles, Haney is considered WBC champion even though Teofimo Lopez's victory over WBC franchise holder Lomachenko realistically makes him the main man.
Because Teofimo beat Lomachenko, who had collected all the belts, Teofimo's the lightweight champion of the world, like it or not. How do you feel about that?
He didn't collect all the belts. I still have I have the WBC title. I am the WBC world champion. He collected a franchise title, not a belt. A franchise title. He is not the undisputed champion. I am the WBC champion. So Teofimo does not have all the belts.
Sanctioning body shenanigans aside, Haney is a legitimate world-level talent who just needs to sprinkle some star names across his resume to solidify the hype. Haney against any of the top lightweights would be a tantalizing proposition, but a fight with Ryan Garcia appears more likely in the short term given Garcia's recent interim title victory over Luke Campbell in a battle to become mandatory challenger.
If I'm correct, he becomes your absolute mandatory now, so you guys are next, so no matter what happens, he has to go through you to become a real champion, and you have to defend your belt against him.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, you know, this is going to be the first time in history that you see a guy fight for eliminator, to fight for the world title, and not go fight for the world title. Watch.
While some reference Haney's occasional lack of killer instinct and question his firepower at the top level, the 22-year-old had no problem dismissing foes on his route to the top. A lopsided points win over Yuriorkis Gamboa showed poise and patience. But Devin will need the ruthless finishing instincts he displayed during his initial rise as a Showtime prospect, promoting his own shows if he is to capture the imagination of the wider boxing public. Eddie Hearn believes that is in his locker. If Hearn is right, then Haney could swiftly become the man to beat at lightweight.